you can still experience mixed emotions and still manifest, right? Because at the end of the day, all of these emotions, anger, sadness, anxiety, depression, happiness, joyfulness, all of these, are part of us as we are in the human form. These are all emotions that we will experience from time to time, right? But we have a choice on which emotion, which state that we would like to dwell in for the most part, right? But there's nothing wrong with experiencing a bit of sadness or anger or depression or whatever the case might be. These states, they're not going anywhere. They will always be here, right? And we have a choice, which ones we want to dwell in, or and we move in and out of these states from time to time. But we have a choice in which state we want to dwell in for the most part. All right. No, you don't have to be happy all of the time in order to manifest. Okay? Because let's say you set an intention for something for a particular goal, right? And within that time period, let's say a relative of yours or a close friend passed on, right? That doesn't mean that you won't experience some type of sadness or shed a tear. There's nothing wrong with that. You know? Sometimes you could even like reflect on the past, like how far you've come from and where you are at now, and it may cause you to shed a tear. There's nothing wrong with that because I've been there too. You know what I mean? We're still in this human form at the end of the day. So there's nothing wrong with experiencing those type of emotions. They're still a part of us, right? And those emotions such as like anger, anxiety, depression, sadness, or whatever, right? Um, they're like actually there to like guide us in a way, you know, to give us like a tap on the shoulder. It's like a nudge, like what do we need to learn from whatever the situation might be, right? It's in most cases those emotions, play that part, and like to help teach us and like to help us to be aware, like on the situation, right, and how you can better it, what it is you need to learn from it, right? So there's nothing wrong with experiencing those having mixed emotions when it's time to manifest your desires. All right. Now, where the problem may lie, right? Where the problem may lay when it comes to manifesting your desires and having like mixed emotions is when you are having those emotions consistently, right? Pertaining to your manifestation itself, right? You see where I'm coming from, right? But if you have those like mixed emotions, if it's separate, separate from the intention that you would have set, like as I said before, let's say um a family member or something had passed on, or you probably get in an argument with somebody or something like that. You know what I mean? You don't have to tell yourself, well, I'm trying to manifest things, so um, I don't want to experience no type of anger or sadness or depression or anything. As I said before, there's nothing wrong with experiencing those type of emotions, right? But I mean, now when it's time now, when you're set, if you have those emotions pertaining to the goals and the intentions that you have set. So let's say anger and anxiety is your most dominant feeling and your most like dominant state when it comes to manifesting your desires, right? That's your most dominant state pertaining to the manifestation itself. So let's say you set the intention to manifest $10,000, right? And your most dominant state towards that $10,000 is let's say um anxiety, right? And like worrying, like when is it gonna come, and like you're trying to force things, or anger because it's not coming about any time frame that you would like it to come about, right? When you have those emotions now towards the manifestation itself, right? You can delay it. You can put the manifestation on a further delay, right? Or even stop the manifestation from coming through, right? Because with those type of emotions, at some point, if those are your most dominant states, you might want to give up quickly, right? But there's nothing wrong with having mixed emotions pertaining to the goal itself either, right? But don't let it be your most dominant state. So you can still experience a bit of anger or um, anxiety, um, towards the manifestation, right? But don't dwell in that state. Don't let it be your most dominant state. Your most dominant state when it comes to manifesting your desires, it should be that of peace and satisfaction, that it is already done. Because if you already have something, you know you're at peace with it. There's no worrying, no forcing, no nothing, right? But because we're in this human form, right, and because we don't see it right away in the 3D reality, you know, it's still okay to have a little worry or anxiety or a little anger towards the manifestation, right? We all have those little feelings from time to time, but don't let it be your most dominant state, right? When it comes to your actual manifestation, right? Be at peace with it, knowing that it is already done. Okay? But overall, in general, there's nothing wrong with having like mixed emotions, right? Even though you're setting your intentions for your goals, you know what I mean? Because as you go through life, they will still have moments where you're gonna feel, as I said before, those mixed emotions like anger and sadness and depression, and what's not. You don't have to be um, joyful 24/7, 24/7, 7 days a week. You know what I mean? Every single day, right? There's nothing wrong with experiencing those mixed emotions. They're a part of us. Just do not dwell in them for the most part, right? So if 20% you are experiencing sadness and anger and depression and whatever the case may be, let the other 80% be of being at peace, and in bliss. If 30% is the anger and depression and anxiety or whatever the case may be, let the other 70% be of bliss and peace. If 40% is anger, anxiety, and depression, or whatever the case might be, let the other 60% be of bliss and peace. So there you go. You get the drift, right? Let your most dominant state be that of peace when it comes to manifesting your desire. All right, because you're living in the end and it's already done. Okay, and if you already have what it is that you have, you won't be forcing anything or having those mixed up emotions surrounding the manifestation because you already have it here, right? So if it is that you already, let's say you already have your desires, then, but your most dominant state is still those mixed emotions like the anger and the sadness and depression or whatever the case may be. Well, then that is something that you have to deal with internally, your self concept, and that's why you always say, even though you're focusing on your goals, still focus on your self concept as well, because your attitude will determine whether you can keep these things or not, right? And whether you will be happy with or without these things, and you won't depend on these things to make you happy, because you already have that happiness and that peace within, for the most part, right? Because I still experience little anger at times too. Certain parts of me that still need healing, but for the most part, I'm at peace, right? So I just want to share this brief message with you guys today. Okay, you can still experience mixed emotions, and still manifest your every desire. All right, but um, it's which state that you allow to be the most dominant. Right, you get to choose. Okay, so with all that being said, all kings and queens, all gods and goddesses, all beautiful people, I am Beef Lost to God. Feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't done so. Feel free to click the notification bell as well, and feel free to share my videos if you like. Alright? Peace and one love. Have a blessed day.